you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Thursday, the 28th of July. But first, a quick recap. But I'm going to talk you through every single bet that I've currently got going. There's a few for the weekend, mainly anti-post, but also obviously a bet for tomorrow, a lucky 63 on the horses. But I'm going to talk you right through my account, and you know exactly where I stand. So here goes. So the first selection is a bet in the golf, and it's a bet in the Hero Open outright. Basically, I've had a fiver for an interest. Basically, what it is, over the 4 days, any player to have 18 consecutive pars in the same round, Sky Bet are paying out 33 to 1. So basically what you've got is, I don't know how many golfers there is, I think it's about 150 for the first couple of days. So you've got basically 300 rounds of golf, hoping for someone to shoot par for every single hole. You might think, that's a daft bet, but it's an interest. I did have a look at the Hero Open, and you know now the live golf is involved. It's really difficult because, if I'm being honest, the vast majority of the golfers on a week in, week out basis, the best golfers are at the live. So all of a sudden, you're getting 10s, 14s on golfers that normally would be 50s or 66 to 1. And don't get me wrong, it brings the relatively new players, it gives them half a chance. Problem is, though, it makes it harder, in my opinion, from a punting point. So what I've had is, as I said, so when it comes to the last 2 days, the Saturday and the Sunday, you've then got 50 plus ties. So you've got another 100 rounds of golf to try and get that person, or that player, to shoot par for every single hole. So I think it's a bit interesting. It's a fiver. It's 33 to 1, 165 quid if it comes in. Well, so 170 according to my bet. So the next one. So this is a 10 pence each way, lucky 63, and this is for Goodwood and Nottingham Racers. So the first selection is Natural World at 16 to 1 in the 150 at Goodwood, paying 5 places instead of 3. The second selection is Island of Skye at 11 to 1 in the 5 past 2 at Nottingham. The third selection is Just Amber at 7 to 1 in the 240 at Nottingham. Both the races at Nottingham are currently 8 runners, so fingers crossed to make sure it doesn't go down to 7. The fourth selection is Keep It Brief at 16 to 1 in the 350 at Nottingham. The fifth selection is Les Beaux Garçons in the 445 at Goodwood, paying 5 places instead of 3. And the final selection is a Richard Hannon newcomer, never ran before, a 2-year-old Oriental Dancer at 22 to 1 in the 20 past 5 at Goodwood, paying 5 places instead of 3. Right, now I'm going to talk you through the rest of my bets. These are what I've been putting on over time. So I'm not saying follow me in. What I am saying is it could help you decide whether or not to place a particular bet, or whether to have a particular team. So this was a free bet. So basically all I've done is I've just picked a load of teams. So I'm not really asking to follow me in. It's a £2 sevenfold for the first day of the season. It starts Friday. Makes £908. First day of the season, Huddersfield Burnley draw. Blackburn QPR draw. Blackpool to beat Reading. Norwich to beat Cardiff. Luton to beat Birmingham. Swansea to beat Rotherham. Middlesbrough to beat West Brom. So let me just get into this. I'm going to scroll down slightly. Right, this is my main bet for Saturday. It's a £20 over 2.5 goals treble. It's a £5 over 3.5 goal treble, and it's a £5 over 4.5 goal treble. This is the one where I basically I would have won the 1,500 quid, but I cashed out for 800, only for the bet to actually come in. But I was quite happy with the 800 anyway. Literally, when I cashed out, I don't know if anybody can remember from last season. When I cashed out, literally 2 minutes. I wanted one more goal with literally 6 minutes to go. Cashed out. I thought, right, I'll take the 800. 2 minutes after, I was watching on Flash Score, the dreaded, well, not the dreaded, it wasn't in this case, but the red dot came up. That means that there's basically a goal, although these goals can get denied. Next minute, the minute I'd cashed out, 2 minutes later, goal went in, bet settled. It was like frustrating. But anyway, it's the same 3 matches in every single bet. So it's the Blackpool match over 2.5 goals, the Salford match over 2.5 goals, the Wrexham match over 2.5 goals. £20 treble. And then £5 treble. Salford match over 3.5 goals, Blackpool match over 3.5 goals, Wrexham match over 3.5 goals, and finally £5 treble over 4.5 goals. So the Blackpool match over 4.5 goals, the Salford match over 4.5 goals, and the Wrexham match over 4.5 goals. What I do suggest is in the over 3.5 and over 4.5 matches, if there's a lot of if there is it, I can't speak. If there is a lot of early goals, it can give a tasty cash out. It might be worth the over 3.5 or the over 4.5 or both to cash out early. Right, so this was another free bet I got. It was a £5 free bet, but also for some reason I also received a £1 free bet. So ultimately, I've now got a £6 builder bet. Basically, it was just for a bit of interest. So what it is, it's in the Liverpool and Man City match. I think it's a Charity Shield. So it's over 2.5 goals in the match. Erling brought Haaland 2 shots or more on target, and yes for a goal in both halves. So this is an anti-post bet now. This is actually my mate's bet. So make of it what you will. So it's a £10 fourfold. Bradford top 7 finish. Sheffield Wednesday top 6 finish. Sheffield United top 6 finish, and then Bournemouth, Fulham, and Nottingham Forest all to be relegated at 10-1. But that is part of the bet. So it's £808 for £10. Basically, what you're saying is, for the bottom portion of the bet, is all the promoted teams get relegated. A £10 treble, 58-1, makes £590. This is one of my bets. So basically, Mansfield Town, top 7. Rotherham, struggling to sign players, relegation. And then Bournemouth, Fulham, and Nottingham Forest all to be relegated. A recently placed bet is a 5-fold. Rotherham to be relegated. Mansfield Town, top half finish. Forest Green, relegation, lost the manager and several key players. And Wrexham, top 3 finish. And maybe the riskiest one is, I think they finished 10th last season, or 9th or 10th. All I'm hearing is all these teams interested in the players. It could be quite unsettling, and I think a few of the teams that around Leicester last season have strengthened. So it's Leicester bottom half finish. So that's £16.88 5-fold to return 468. Oh, we've got a second page. So yes, this is a £2 each way 4-folds. Yeah, I can't remember the bet, but it's, yeah. 1 second. Right, I can remember it now. So it's 4 selections. Middlesbrough at 8-1 to win their league, the Championship. Ipswich 5-1 to win their League One. Mansfield 12-1, Sky Bet League Two winner. These are each way bets, by the way. And Erling Haaland at 4-1. I know he's now 11-4. So basically, what that is £2 each way trebles and a £2 each way 4-fold. And finally, this is my mate's bet. So it's a £10 fourfold. Sheffield Wednesday top 6, Sheffield United top 6, Bradford top 7, and Bournemouth. Basically, it's a repeat of the bet a bit further up. And that is everything. So you know every single bet that I've got going. The very best of luck. A long-winded video. The very best of luck. Charlie Winters over and out. Cheers, mate.